Welcome, welcome, welcome.
Hello, back here.
We are here together because Lisa works in the office and I work out here, but we thought we are sitting 6 meters, right? 6 meters away from one another.
We
And
are.
I'm wondering, can you get us now? Did you see a little
No,
notification?
I didn't see any notification here.
Uh-oh.
So
So maybe the one thing you might need to do is refresh the
I'll
page
refresh the page, see
because
what I can do. Of course, this is a computer I'm not used to. So,
you may have to speak up a little bit because I don't
okay.
know how well this.
Am I mumbling?
No, you're just talking to yourself
Oh,
about
here
how
we
you
go.
can. Oh, you found
I
it?
found it. Yes, but it
Yes.
doesn't pop up automatically. So
Well, I've never done that, so I'm always behind this scene. So good for you. So you'll
yeah,
be able to see the chat.
I can see chat and people are coming on board. So this is always good. Sue says hi. Lorraine, hi. Taya and Lisa. Sandy Werbisky says
Hi,
good
Sue.
Good Friday morning. Sorry, I can't even read properly. I should have put my glasses on. Um,
Lorraine, do you want to go get your
oh,
glasses?
that could be a good idea.
Why don't you do
Kathy
that?
Bird says
I'll
morning from Virginia. Yeah,
yeah, I'll say hi
otherwise I
to
won't be able to
everyone.
see.
Lorraine, she's going to go get her glasses. We're just trying this out. Frankly, I was a little nonplussed last week, as you know, by being all by myself. And I thought, we do work together and we're at arm's length all the time while we're working, washing our hands to the bone. But in the meantime, she was here this morning. I thought, oh, it would be so nice. So we set it up so that the view behind us is totally different, but there's enough room now behind me to have Lisa. I can hear Lisa just fine, says Lorraine.
Oh, good, 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 good.
So that's good.
And
Good.
I
Thank you,
have
Sandy.
my glasses on and I can see this computer, but of course they're for
Your other computer.
yeah, they're for close distance, and I cannot see that computer there.
Oh
Yeah,
dear.
yeah,
Okay. So you'll
that's
just have
okay.
to make do with what you can
I will
see.
make do, and hopefully I won't knock this table over. Yeah,
Yeah, that's my computer too, so don't.
that's right.
Aw, thank you, Joy.
Yeah,
I appreciate that you mentioned it. Yeah, we're trying really hard. Thanks, Elaine. Really good to see you. Sue says, ooh, we can see more of the room. So many frame pieces. The
yeah.
gingerbread village, the Christmas. Exactly. That was another kind of plus. Not having this view ever. You guys never see this part of the room. But don't forget, last week, or was it the week before? I think it was the week before. Anyway, last week I completely redid this room.
You did. It was actually just last week.
And you know what? I didn't think about doing this at that time, but now that I did do it, I thought, oh, I've got to get organized. You know how you do, and you're home by yourself, and it was a weekend or whatever. So I started taking the things down from the walls, and then I reorganized the back, like so over there. Sorry, over there. Sorry, over there is where we usually is in our background. And then I looked around when we put the camera facing this way, and I thought it actually looks kind of nice. It's usually a little bit junky, but it's pretty good right
It's
now.
pretty good. Absolutely. Yeah.
So thank you, Sue, and do examine everything, you guys, because there's a whole bunch of samplers up. And don't forget, I didn't arrange them terribly well, but I did want to make sure that they were up so that they wouldn't get damaged because we had so many come down and go up and come down.
Yeah.
When we show you things, they're in the on the walls. And the other thing that we do is we put three-dimensional things here. See if you can see
Yeah.
this. We put three-dimensional things in a box like this, and they're kind of drawers for those set of
Rubbermaid
yeah,
drawer sets.
yeah,
Yes.
yeah. So we put all of our things. Actually, it's not we. It's Kathleen.
Kathleen puts, yeah. And then we take them out and she has to put them back together again.
Yeah, exactly. So we put them all the things that we now are using today will be put on her desk when she comes in, which is at the other end of the office. When she comes in on Monday, she'll put them away because she has all this organized in plastic bags and everything. So are you guys organized like that? I mean, I've got wonderful staff who keep me organized, or it would be a chaotic, creative mess.
Yeah.
True,
I
really true.
I must admit I like to stay organized in my sewing room.
Well, you
And
do, you
I don't
do.
like to have too much clutter on my table, otherwise it clutters everything and I find it difficult to work if I don't keep organized. Now, cleanliness isn't necessarily my thing, but I am organized.
I think we both do the same thing. We really like things like empty so we can do the project and
Yes,
then clean it up.
absolutely.
And
Yeah.
what else? That's right. And we're neither one of us very good with dust bunnies.
Yeah, bunnies, sprite cobwebs. It's like they're all over the place. But hey, that's okay.
But they're not in the
They're not in my sewing room.
that's right. And they're not in those plastic containers,
That's
right?
right. Absolutely. Yeah, most certainly.
Hello, everyone. Nice view of the room. Thank you, Dory. Hello, Loretta. Hello. Just saying hello to all of our regulars, actually. These are all people that we have seen here many times before. We'll probably see a few new people too.
Exactly. And I have to say, I cannot watch the video on this computer because it's definitely a time delay. It's like, oh my goodness, that was a few minutes ago. So
I think we're on about maybe at least a half a minute, if not 45 seconds
yeah,
later.
absolutely. Yeah.
But that's okay. You just, keep looking at the comments because that's all I can see
Well,
too.
that's right. Yes.
And so we're often late with our appreciation of your comments, just so you know. It's not because we're ignoring you, it's because the time delay between us sending it out to you and you receiving it.
Yeah, and I think yours might be a little bit different than my discussion on here.
Is that right?
Yes.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Well, this is very, very fascinating.
It is indeed. It's a unique experience.
Well, we're
Yeah.
doing this because we wanted to be here for you. And this is
Absolutely.
not about us. It's, already all about you guys. We know you're out there in Stitchland. That's
Yes,
what I call it
in
anyway.
Stitchland, and I'm sorry, but
What?
Oh. Oh, that worked really good.
What? What are you doing?
Oh, I've got a bowl full of balloons here, and I've got a pencil, and they make really fun
Okay,
projectiles.
just don't hit me.
I won't. Oh, wow. Okay, that's it for now.
Thank you.
That was fun. Oh my goodness. Okay. I don't know if I can stop myself.
No, stop.
Okay, stop.
At least for
Okay.
a while. I'm getting bombarded. It's very cute. You got to come up with some cute things, you.
Actually, that worked quite well. I'm quite surprised.
Well, that's all we can do from now because, we can't hit each other any other way. That's very soft. It didn't hurt too much.
No.
Karen says hello, and Norma says hello. Thank you. It is great to see us both here. I think that we do make a better team than we do individually.
Yes.
Although I was reassured by a few lovely people that I did okay last week.
You did fabulous.
But it's sometimes you get the feeling that you're just talking to yourself. I don't know. It's the weirdest thing. Especially when you're by yourself in the room and you find yourself talking, even though I hear and I can read your reactions. They're like 45 seconds later.
Yeah.
So I'm actually talking into the air and we are all the time. But when we can talk to each other, it feels like there's someone there who immediately laughs at what you say or, tells another joke or whatever. So that's the difference.
And I have to say, yes, Donna, I am going a little stir crazy.
Carol, hello. Loretta.
What's really funny is generally I am a homebody and I do like to stay home on the weekends, but I'm finding that now that I have to stay home, I want to go out. So
Isn't that
very,
true?
very odd.
Yes, I'm also a homebody and we work in my home. So, I'm home a lot.
Yeah.
And I agree with you. I love going for walks though. And if you have the ability and you have, the ability to walk, like not everyone does, but if you do go for a walk. It is so nice to be able to go outside at all. So if you're stuck indoors because you are ill, then, you don't have that option, but at least get some fresh air.
Yeah, go out on your balcony or,
those kinds of things.
Take a step outside the back door.
Because outside it's raining and everything, but I feel better when I look outside and I can look to see even if there's one tree or one plant, it does us good. Teresa says, looks lovely. Thank you. Yes, Patricia, we are both healthy and we plan on staying that way. Tammy says hello from Breezy Scenery Hill. Linda, so cool that we can see more of your room and both of you. Thank you. I had no idea our room was interesting.
Yes, me either. But maybe we'll have to switch this more often. I guess Loretta says, Lisa, too funny shooting balloons. Sorry, here goes another
Oh
one.
no,
Oh.
oh no.
That was fun.
Marge
Fun,
Wees
fun,
says
fun.
hello. Deborah Trimble says hello. Sue says, I'm super organized, but I don't have as much as you. Isn't that the truth? We've had to organize and super organize and then organize
That's
all of the
right.
organization because there's so much stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, we've actually got an inventory of raw materials in the back of our big office,
Yes.
which I guess we'll see at one point or another too, since
Yeah,
she's
well,
so interested in our rooms.
we could take a tour of the office.
Yeah, it's indoors, so that'd be good.
Yeah.
We'll do that when you're not here,
That's true.
yeah, I'll do that then.
Exactly. Like maybe next Friday because it's Good Friday next Friday.
Okay, that
Yeah.
sounds like a plan.
Yeah.
And then the other thing is that we have inventory there. That's what we put in our acts, and they're carefully counted and measured, and we do the making there. And then there's inventory of mine, which I use all the time, which are threads I've used before. And there's quite a number of them, 2 big containers with drawers and stuff. And then there's the backup inventory of things that I have never used, but I might use. And then, and this is really true, then there's inventory that we don't use anymore, piled on top of big shelves
True.
in the
Yes,
office.
that is true.
And how many bankers boxes are there?
I think there's 8 or 9.
Inventory that we'll probably never use again because those things have been discontinued. So that's only the threads.
That's right. And if you try to use up some in a new design, we won't be able to get it anymore, so you can't use it. It's just so.
Anyway, I know there'll be a time when we're starting to give away stuff that
Yes.
we're not using anymore.
Yeah.
It should be fun.
It'll be.
Oh, look we have 52 lovely people here, and I haven't said hello to everyone.
Yes.
Maybe you could just read out the names so that they know they're being recognized.
I can, but I kind of.
Oh, you're down below, I think.
I'm down below.
Okay.
Anyways, we've got Carol Reed. We're having a beautiful day. I have the doors and windows open, and it's not too hot. So
okay,
that's
so
good.
I think that is good. So what I'm going to do is just read the names, not their comments or
Okay.
anything. I'm just going to go because I'm way up at the top of the discussion group.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I think I'm down at the bottom.
So that's good. You
Yes.
keep it up because there might be somebody might want something.
Exactly.
So there's Carol, there's Teresa Cobos, there's Diane Jameson, Linda Berry Cavernino, Jennifer Gowan, Janet Dean, Elizabeth Peterson, Donna Granger, who I've seen before, Marty Wingler, that's a new name. I don't think I've met Marty yet. Or Mary, anyway. Then Dean Morrison, Jennifer Gowan, Elizabeth Peterson Loper, Joyce Straw, Tammy Thompson, Joyce Majka Hoffman. I think that's correct if I said it right. Joyce, anyway. And then there, Lisa does like shooting balloons. Louise Fossa.
I'm having fun.
Kathleen Montz is here. Doris Dean is here and said something quite long. Busy quarantining after I return to Florida. Uh-oh.
Yes.
Yeah, good for you. Stay well is right. Sandy. Carol Reed again, Joy, Doris, Patty is here. And I think I'm down at the bottom of our conversation. Is that correct?
I think so.
It says
Yeah.
Happy Friday from Patty.
Yeah.
Thank you all for joining and saying something, because then we know you're here, even though you're here in the count, like there's 56 of you. I don't think 56 of you have said hello yet.
No, I don't think so.
So you can just say hello, maybe say hello and where you're from, like what state or what country. It's kind of fun for us all to see everyone introduce themselves. Don't be shy. Like Lisa and I are really shy people. We stay home a lot.
We are.
But we've learned over the last 2 years, 2.5 years,
Yeah.
that sitting in front of a computer and talking to you guys, of course we're safe here because we don't know what you're really thinking of us.
Absolutely. Yes.
But sitting here, it means like we're just normal. We're just in our room and talking to you. So don't be shy. Say something. Just say something, because we don't really know if you're paying attention or whether you're interested. Say something about what we're saying. It's always nice to hear and read afterwards. Lisa and I can read everything at the time, but
no, and they're coming in pretty fast. So
that's good.
Hard to keep up. So thank you very much for all the conversation.
That's exactly what we're hoping for. And later on you can look at it and see some of the answers. It's kind of interesting.
It is.
I also love to hear from our stitchers now, but also when people are posting. I don't know if you noticed, Lisa, but people have been posting and posting.
They have their stitching. It's been wonderful.
Thank
I
you for
even,
doing that.
did some last week myself.
I
So,
know it was a shock.
it was a shock. One of them was a little blurry, but camera skills are just need to be improved a
You
little
know
bit.
what? I think we should maybe talk a little bit about camera skills because
Mm-hmm.
there is such a thing as a skill with your camera. Some pictures really showcase your piece,
Absolutely.
and some shots, especially with your phone, you have to be a little careful about how you set up. And I've done
Yeah.
a lot of photography,
Yes, you
so
have.
so I think maybe because I've had to because of all of our products here, but I think maybe what we should do next time is just get a little organization together and it kind of look at all the things that you might need. Maybe I'll post,
Mm-hmm.
do a
Yeah.
post
Yeah, that's a
because
good idea.
there's a way of lighting your product. Call it a product. You can tell do it for the Terry Center, where you want to get a good close up picture or far away picture, depending on what you want and what kind of camera. And generally, we're using our cell phones.
We are indeed.
And if you use your cell phone, no problem. But make sure you get it in shade, not in the sunlight, but in the shade. Outside is okay. Really quite heavy because your camera picks up, like especially our phone cameras, really pick up a lot of light. So you don't have to overlight it. Okay, so your camera and keep your hands perfectly still when you're doing it, and
Yeah.
compose your shot carefully, quick. Because as soon as you push that button and you move your camera, you get a blur. So it's really important to have your thumb or something over your, what do you call that, trigger or whatever, the button, and make sure that you hold your camera very steady. And the other thing I found is the background. People forget the background. You're focused on your needlework, right? So I like to fill my camera picture, or sorry, the space with the product or the design.
Yeah.
The,
Project.
the project, that's the word I was looking for. Your project, the one that you've stitched. So fill it up with that and not too close and not too far because if you get too close, you're going to lose the where you're relating to it. In other words, you need to be able to see the majority of your piece as well as you can with your phone, right? You don't want to have it so it's stretched out in front of you like that. You've got to have it sitting up. What I often did was put it up against the back of the sofa in a north window. That worked. Or you can pin it with little push pins. You can pin it so it's a little bit stretched and it looks neat. And you can pin it to a little bulletin board and light that and take that picture. And finally, I think it's really important is to put some white paper behind it. If it's small enough, you can put a piece of 8.5 by 11 paper behind it. Then you don't see all the holes, the darkness from the background. So you see fewer holes, and it actually brightens the whole picture. Those are some hints.
Good hints.
Do you have any other hints?
I like to put it down on my cutting board, my map board, and
Yeah.
picture that way.
Oh, so like looking down on it.
Yeah.
You have to
But
really know,
that's my
right?
finish pieces.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
know, my stitching I usually do on the table that I'm stitching on, and it's usually in the living room.
And they've turned out really
Yeah.
well, what I've seen. Your
Yeah.
picture of your door with your wall hanging on it is wonderful.
Thank you.
It's really well done. It looks like there are lots of new comments, like
There
you were saying.
are.
So happy to see your faces. Thank you, Aura. Aw. Auction online. Ooh,
Yes, I saw that one too.
Norma.
I thought that was a good idea.
A really good idea. I really like it. On auction, that's so fun.
We could do, what were they called? Mystery bags?
Yes, we did mix mystery
Yeah,
bags,
we
and
did
we
mystery
sold them
bags.
for $5-10.
Uh-huh. So that's definitely an option.
Yeah, exactly.
Especially the new website.
Yeah, that's right. It's
Yep.
true. We have such a lot of options now with our website. Speaking of which, if you have any comments that we think we need to comment on, then great. But what I was going to say about the new website, we know there is no free patterns available right now.
Yes.
We know these things. We know there's no stitch animations. And we know there's no wish list. All three things, we're working on them.
Yeah. And it takes time. It's a massive website with Lots of things.
Lots of details.
Lots of details.
So we're still working on making sure that the shipping is more accurate all the time, especially for our Canadian customers. And that is still, it has to do with programming. And I'm impossible with programming.
And I'm even worse.
So I have to leave it up to my new IT lady, my daughter Petra, and her friend. And the two of them, what? Got it again. I was here,
terrible.
I was here defending myself.
Sorry, I interrupted what you were saying about Pet and her friend. That was terrible of me. But it was fun.
It is fun, actually.
Okay.
Okay.
I'll put that away for right now. Sorry. And Sylvia says, hi, ladies. Glad to see you're both well. Yes, we are, Sylvie. Thanks very much. As you can see, we're having fun.
We are having fun. Actually, we haven't had this much fun all week, but we're sure having fun today.
That's right.
Linda Lichtleiter says, good morning of the social distancing. Thank you.
And she also says, some of our members take beautiful pics of that stuff.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
There are some that are amazing, but I have a feeling they take digital, but SLR, another like lens reflex cameras, the bigger cameras.
Their camera.
Yeah. So you can't get the same pictures from a cell phone as you can from one of those more fancy cameras.
Yeah, and all I have is my cell phone. I don't have a fancy camera.
Well, the cell phones are great. You know, they're great to take pictures. And I'm really glad that I was able to talk a little bit about pictures. You're putting up so many beautiful pictures already.
Absolutely.
That if a little hint in there will help you make a better picture, and hopefully that'll be kind of fun that you can do that. Let's see, Samantha McIntyre from Oklahoma. Thanks for saying hello. I don't think I've seen your name before, so that's awesome.
Oh, Lisbeth says, I have to say, we're already distancing ourselves.
It's obviously she wants to connect with me somehow.
Exactly.
So I get the little balloon shot at me.
Who would have thought that would have worked so great?
I don't know where you came with that idea, but I want to shoot that person.
Oh, you know what? There's also sequins in this bowl too, which I just now have spread all over the place.
Oh.
Who's gonna have to pick all this stuff up afterwards? It's me. But
Hi,
hey,
Gina.
It's fun at the moment.
Hi, Gina. Hi, Samantha.
I'm loading again.
Oh, it looks like Betha Cruford is here. I've never seen that name before. Thank you for saying hello. And Molly, you are funny. But, you know, the peanut gallery.
Thea, arm yourself. Retaliation.
Oh, now
Diane
there's a thought.
says.
I just go like this.
Yeah.
Right?
You could, but I
could.
think I might be able to reach over that.
We are a friendly group, indeed. Carolyn Kwan, beautiful view of your studio. Thank you, Carolyn. We miss you. We miss you. I'm so glad I caught your name. I know that you would normally be either here or working for us from home, and I'm sorry that it isn't possible. Our entire business, as you can all imagine, slowed down. And so if you want to know something, we would be more than grateful. Use our new website. Have some fun shopping.
And have some fun. If you have any questions, let us know.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, orders are still being sent, and
absolutely.
We do wear we don't have the gloves on right now, but
when the orders are shipped, that's when the gloves come on.
Absolutely.
That's right. Anyway, it's really nice to see you, Carolyn. I do miss you. And at the moment, we are managing but we're actually pared down with our hours so that we can do the most important things. And we haven't got any new things coming out for a little while. So what we're mainly doing is connecting with all of you researchers who are also on the same boat. It's not like we're the only ones. So we'll be here as long as we can.
Exactly. And I have a chat from Linda Perry who said, this video to get held with Victoria Stamper class. Lisa shooting balloons brought to mind the chat when Thea was sick. Crazy weather and a bad word slipped out.
You got that one too? Classic. We do have some classics. You're right. The bad word was really funny.
That was funny. I have to say, it shocked the heck out of me, and I don't shock easily with bad words, but that one is like, wow.
Probably because it was in front of everybody. If it's just the two of us,
That
we're
was
okay.
funny.
Yes, it was. Thank you for that
Yeah.
memory.
And Samantha, I'm usually at work on Friday, so I can't be on live. I'm teleworking now, so I hope I don't happy to be able to catch a live one.
I am too. I'm
Yeah.
so happy that anybody here, all of the people have arrived, because people don't just come on now, they come on when they get into Facebook. So we often get people who drift away because they have to go to do other things.
Yeah.
And then we get new people coming on board. So don't forget to say hello to us here. We know that you're here. Linda Perry, and let's see you too, dear. And thank you. That's nice. Serena is here. Awesome.
Says how to choose to use IDF. I'm using and I'm not sure.
Is saying about pictures.
Oh,
How do you
I
choose
see.
high def?
Okay.
I
See,
don't know in your camera because I don't know your camera. But if you have a high def or 4K camera, that should tell you in your user manual.
oh, Jennifer says, reminds me of elementary school days. Lisa would have fit right in with my clan. Oh, yay! Actually, that brings back a memory of being in grade 3.
Mm.
And, you know, grade 3, you haven't learned everything. So I thought if I put my ears and yelled, nobody else would be able to hear me.
Oh, okay, that's
And
good
so I
logic.
did a Tarzan call. Oh! And everybody looked at me. I was so embarrassed, but
Great story. Oh, that's funny. Oh, you know, elementary school, I have friends who are, and they're still my best, two of my best friends. We get together once, you know, we're talking about the past, and thank God we were all at elementary school together because we have that exact same thing. Do you remember when?
memories
Yeah,
and
exactly. Those are great. Some of the bad things we did, we also talk about.
yeah.
You know, like tying somebody's hair braids, yeah, that kind of
Oh,
stuff.
that thing, yeah.
Yeah, we try not to be too creative with that stuff because we were in Catholic school, so we had to be good all the time in front of the nuns.
The other thing I remember that rubber glue. It was
Yeah.
coming,
Oh, yes.
and it had a little brush, and if you spread it on your desk thinly, then you could roll it up into little balls.
Oh gosh. Obviously, you're right in your own character.
So, oh, I have to load it again.
Tricia says, oh no, Patricia right out says, any new cottages? Yes, there are some new cottages. Unfortunately, not today, but they are being done. They are actually just got through the list of those cottages,
Yes, I
right?
have. Yes.
So we're going to reach them as soon as we have our act packs made, because seriously, there is one of our suppliers has closed their doors. So we're just waiting to see if they're still sending out threads, because if they don't, we may have to make a substitution for that particular thread. But other than that, I think we're going to be okay.
I think so. I haven't checked my emails this morning to see if anybody else has answered back saying, yes, we'll get this off to you right away. Or
So far,
anything.
there's
So
been some that are still working.
There has been some that are still working, yes.
Yeah. You're way far apart. Exactly, Lou Heron. Sorry, Lou Ann. It's so good to see you. I'm really glad that you're here. I know that I don't see you, but I remember you very well. And we, you know, had some good talks together. So it's really good to see your face. And I should say your name. Mickey, yes, we are good at it. We actually work together, but I work in one room and Lisa works in another.
Yes.
And we have frequent hand washings and very careful. We both don't go anywhere other than here and in our own homes.
Yeah.
So really, we're doing the best we can and maintaining some business. I mean, we're trying very hard to keep this business going during this time. A Nerf blaster. Never heard of that.
Yeah. Now, there's a good idea.
Okay.
Fortunately, I think I can get one right now.
Excuse me. I just Sue says, how do you choose to use high def? Sorry, again, I don't know, but I think that's a high def 8 phone camera. If I'm not surprised, if I'm not wrong, because I have a Galaxy, Samsung Galaxy 8, and that's what you're talking about, the phone thing. Now I get it. Tricia says, Mine has HDR icon to press on the screen. See, she's already helped you. That's great. Thank you, Tricia. Tricia says, I'm glad you two have been taking advantage of the liquor stores being essential services. Thanks, Tricia. You think we're drunk?
Nope.
I think not.
God, I was saying to my husband the other day, when was the last time I did have a drink? I think it was at Christmas.
Yeah, well, neither one of us drink very
No.
much. I have to say that I think it was in February, I think I had some, and I don't know whether I had any, but just the very infrequent time I go, yeah, this would be fun. I feel good, and I have one without falling over.
Yeah.
We are very inexpensive drunk.
Yeah, for sure.
I was going to say, how do you, okay, I got some notes here.
Oh.
Don't shoot me.
Don't you shoot? I'll try not to.
I was going to ask you guys if you had one pet peeve about when you sit down to stitch. You're all ready to stitch and you're at home and you've made your meals and you've cleaned out your closet and everything's good. You have put everything to one side, and even the things that are unfinished, you put to one side, and then you sit down and you are like, you've had a shower, you've washed your hands again, you are ready to stitch. What is your pet peeve? What can happen in this moment? And that can happen with tools, it can happen with your thing, it can happen with people around you. Just one pet peeve. This is the interactive question of the day. So you can run here if you thought it would be a fun thing. So what's that, Lisa?
Right.
Did you loud?
Calm.
Okay, well, I'll tell you
I
mine.
heard something about
Pet peeve, you're all relaxed and happy. You put everything to one side at the store.
Yeah.
Okay, and then you're ready to stitch, and something can occur to you to be your pet peeve. You are ready to stitch, but there is a pet peeve. And I think my problem when I do that, when I sit down and I'm ready, is phones. It is so annoying. And I really want to just, honestly, I'm at the phone itself.
Yeah.
It's just, how dare you interrupt me? Because I'm like really laser focused on, I want to stitch now. I also find that as I go into stitching, I kind of go into a different alternate reality. I don't know if you guys do, but it's calm and lovely in there. And, the D is on it softly, and there are people that look in and out, like I have lived Richard. So Richard, he comes in and out, and he doesn't really disturb me in this world. So the phone is demanding.
Yes, it is.
Or a text or something like that. For some reason, that just annoys me. So what's your pet peeve? What's yours, Lisa?
Mine
Mhm.
is I always sit down stitching and then I want a cup of tea, so I have to
Get up again.
get up again.
Interrupt yourself.
Just get comfortable into it. It's like, oh, turn. You go to the washroom.
Just interrupt yourself more than anything.
Myself, that's right.
Yeah, that's a
Or
pet
my
peeve.
husband will say, "What's for dinner?"
Oh, that's a horrible one, isn't it? Oh, that is actually really bad. Okay, that's worse than the phone.
And I always say, "I don't know. What are you making?"
And then there's another one. You've picked up something that you know that you left an error in, or you just cut an error. You can be like really upset. You're just in a moment and find out after it takes things. That can be setting right there. And sound is getting bad. Not very sound. Sorry about the sound. I hope you could hear that.
And being distant from each other, my sound or my legible.
You sound very hard to understand. I am going to talk more slowly. Maybe you'll get. Kathy Out says, thank you for doing videos for the induction to hard kit. Thanks, I've learned so much.
Yay.
So happy to hear that, Kathy. Thank you.
Jennifer, my pet peeve when I'm ready to is upside down. I'm ready to go, and the dog wants to sorry. Yes, that's another country with.
Elaine doesn't have any pet peeves. Which is touch screens, suspicious activities from another room. I have to see what's going on.
Yes.
So does everyone have? Oh, I shouldn't ask. I'll get everything sound good, sound bad. It would be nice if you had good sound. If you don't, we're just anyway. Even if the sound not good, I hope you turn the sound down a little bit. And I'm going to show you some lines.
Oh, that's a good idea.
And that we don't have to worry about sound. So we released three products, re-released three products. Yeah. We had the cat sampler, I Love You, I Love My Cat, and Close at Heart.
Yes.
Those are the two. And then we also re-released three projects you may not have seen too often. The first one is the keepsake box. Let's see how this works. This keepsake box is adorable. And you can open it up. Oh, you can hear a little bit. There we go. So you can open it up. It is so pretty. And this box you can find on Amazon.
Yes, you can.
You search for cottage
garden music boxes.
Of all things, the words even are like our designs. Cottage garden music box. Yeah. And there'll be several kinds. So you want the little one like this. So that's the design. Keepsake. Do you have the leaflet there?
I do. I don't know if you can see it.
It is?
From way back here.
That's right. That's the one. Okay, so I'm going to put this here because, you know, I don't know where else to put it.
That's right. We're not in our usual spot, so it just seems odd, doesn't it?
That's right. I have a little table in front of me, but it's little.
Yeah.
It's one of the laptops.
And Margaret says, sorry, I must leave, but thanks for doing this.
Hi, Margaret. A lot of people have drifted away. You can see it's only a few people suddenly. And now I sound. The next one we have is the heart tweet, which we have shown you before recently, but I thought I'd just show them to you again, show this one to you again, briefly, just so you know these are the latest ones that we have re-released. And the reason we did that is because they were on our old website. This one was hidden on our old website.
Yeah. And
we wanted to show you this. You can now look it up. What's it called?
It's called Heart Etui.
Heart Etui.
And it was a fun stitch. And there's the leaflet.
Yes. And there are the two little things that go with it. This is part of the heart hanger. And of course, this is a scissor fob. And all three of these pieces are in the same design chart.
Yes.
So that is the other one, and I hope I've got this right. Oh yes. And then there is this one, which is also shown a little while ago, but doesn't matter. We're going to show it again.
Exactly. And Linda says the sound is better if you talk slowly.
That's good. That's what we've been doing. I was hoping when we talk over one another, it doesn't work so well. So we're going to just talk slowly and not so excitedly. This is the design. What I like most about it is that the sampler is awesome, just the way it is. You can feel it. It's got the stitchers at the bottom, which you might recognize because, oh, there goes the scissors. You might recognize this little scene with the stitchers because it is a scene that comes over and over in my stitch designs in my samplers. Those little stitching people are frequent visitors in my samplers.
They are, yeah.
To show that we are all together in this as far as stitching is concerned. We have our stitching mode. I think... and
there's the leaflet for it.
Oh, sorry. That's the leaflet.
Yeah.
Sorry, I almost forgot you. And by the way, I want to show this too, but I'm not sure how this is going to come across. I've been looking at this wonderful book. See the lighting,
Oh
and
yeah, it's so glossy. Yeah.
it's called In Praise of the Needle Woman. Okay, and this lady has got her, arms back, and she's like arching her back because she's stretching her neck because she's working so hard on her needle thing. But what it is a collection of beautiful pictures, paintings actually, of real people that the painters, I'm going to open it up a little bit so you can see a little bit, that the very famous painters have painted of women in the home usually. And there's one right there. Let's see if I can get a picture of the picture. There she is. That, for instance, was Noir. And he painted a portrait of a girl. It's at 1900s. It was painted. There's so many beautiful paintings in here. And if Sue is still watching, Sue, you might remember that I bought this with you when I was back in Connecticut.
Oh.
I'm not sure whether it was Sturbridge or not, where we were in Massachusetts, or whether it was in Connecticut. It was in a bookstore of a museum somewhere. And there's a lady who's, is this the one? No, this is the one. She's sewing. I mean, I just love all these pictures, and I wanted you guys to know about this book. It's called In Praise of the Needle Woman. And people that collected this did it for a reason. They did it because it shows how important needlework was to all of us in the past, all of our ancestors going back. And painters painted them that way because it's such an important womanly, of course, act. Stitch. I've got a bunch of new, not new, books that I like, not just today, but next time. There will be maybe some readings coming up.
Oh, that sounds nice.
But I wasn't going to do it today with the bad sound.
Yes. Trisha's got a question.
Mm-hmm.
She asked, do you have the
Boxes.
the boxes for keepsake? And no, we don't.
Sorry, we don't have boxes. Trish used to have the boxes, and we did a bunch, and we sold them out. And then I know that they're available on Amazon. It's .com.ca and called Cottage Garden Music Box. I put that into your search box in Amazon and have a look. They're available from different sellers.
They are.
So that way we don't keep them in stock. So we try to keep inventory a little bit more, maybe in a general store. We're not a store now, just want to be sure you get the price and you can. And we'll deliver you free if you're birth club. I understand. So, yeah. This is that she starts sitting in dog's pension. What about your dogs? Do they that?
Oh yeah, I'll be sitting and comes up to the side of my chair and laugh at me. Stop and stop and I give them a pat.
They don't sit on your thing or anything.
No,
they don't climb up.
My sitting on a computer table that I pull up to not frame sits on it. And every once in a while I get a dog head coming up underneath the table to sit on my knee and that. Mm-hmm. But other than that,
they're pretty respectful.
I have to stop and pet them every once in a while. They're not like cats.
No.
Whereas cats are,
they are all like snakes too. You can just go on your lap. My daughter Petra and I often do Zoom together in order to find out what to do next with the new website. And she has two cats. They're tuxedo cats. And one always likes to climb up on her shoulder and then partly sit on her head like that. It's so cute. Speaking of which, don't forget our cat sampler is not called cat sampler. It's I love my cat. Yeah. And when you get into the search, hopefully, but you should be able to find it. So thank you very much for all the orders we've so far. And we look forward to many more years to the cat sampler. We're just, another thing, we're generating for the tree because we're out of backpack. So we're having that there's going to be a few of this weekend. Is it
Hopefully there'll be a few available this weekend.
this weekend? So like this afternoon they will be available?
Hopefully.
Hopefully.
Yeah.
Okay. We'll have
I'm
to
not
leave
making any promises today. I'm sorry.
We'll have to see whether or not it's not working.
That flew over your head.
Oh, well, thank you all for joining us. I noticed quite a few people have left due to sound problems.
Yes.
You know, what we might do is start a little earlier because it seems like about now
Oh,
we had that same problem last week.
A lot of people come on board.
Yeah, it's really easy.
Yes.
And so it's possible that we may need to go an hour earlier. We'll just see.
Yeah.
See what we can. In the meantime, we really love that many of you hung in there. Thank you. And we hope that your next week, your whole next week, and your weekend, of course, but that's sort of the same now as the rest of the week. We hope you are all well and that you're all happy and that you are all patient, because that's one of the biggest virtues that we all have now is in there.
And
We'll
stitching.
get through there. That's right.
And stitching. Oh,
Yeah,
sorry.
don't forget the stitching, because that's the the best way that we know how to be patient. So
Okay,
thank
that's
you
enough
again.
of that.
I certainly hope so.
Yeah, well, I have to pick them up, so I'm going to have to go searching for all of them.
Thanks for being there for us. And I hope you have a great weekend and week ahead, and we'll see you next week. By the way, we're looking for free patterns alongs. Anybody who's joined and is not finished, looking for your photos. So
Yes.
do post your photos of the picture along.
Spring.
Hello, spring. Okay, I look forward to it. And
Yeah.
I'm working on one as we speak. Okay, we'll see you next week.
Yeah.
You ready?
So, well, you're in control. You,
Oh,
yes. Usually it's me.
it's okay. I get
You picked me off this time.
the mouth.
Until next week.
We'll see you next week and have a great week.